take 500 because I can't stop saying every other word. Anywho, welcome back to my channel, all you ghouls and goblins and you lovely spooky people. I have changed my name to the Occult Chronicles. It has been probably about a year-ish since I've uploaded any videos, and there's a couple of reasons for that. And there's also a couple of reasons why I've changed the name to the Occult Chronicles. I haven't been filming for a very long time, mostly because of life and COVID and just a lot of other things that have gone on. A lot has happened for me in a year, but like we don't need to talk about that. That's like a whole thing, so we're just not gonna go there. But anyway, basically the reason why I wanted to change my name to the Occult Chronicles instead of keep it as Paranormal Grounds is because there's another channel out there that has the exact same name, and they actually do paranormal videos, like where they go out and do actual paranormal investigation type videos. I'm wearing my pajamas. So anyway, I just didn't really want there to be like confusion when somebody looks up the YouTube channels, and if they're looking for theirs but they stumble across mine or vice versa, blah 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 blah. I would love to do paranormal investigations in the future, but I am not able to at the moment. So I'm going to shift my focus onto other things. I'm not really going to be doing as many reaction videos. They take a lot of time. You have to do a lot of research on them, and you have to spend pretty much all of your free time watching videos to find just a 30-second clip to react to, and that's just very time consuming. I will still be doing a few. It's just not going to be like my main focus. I think I'm going to be shifting that towards like a TikTok channel and reacting and responding to TikTok paranormal, because it's just a lot easier to do instead of on YouTube. A lot of YouTube investigation videos are 30 minutes to an hour long, and it's just very, very time consuming to muddle through those. So instead, I'm going to be focusing more on things within the same realm. So I'm going to be doing things about like magic versus science, and just kind of mythical creatures, if they're real, or you know, possible sightings and stuff like that. Stuff like that, basically. So with that being said, I'm going to be doing another Let's Talk video today. This one's going to be about pretty much ghost adventures, and particularly just because it's the example I've chosen to use. However, this kind of applies for a lot of things. So today's video is toxic masculinity and the ghost hunting worlds. So anyway, okay, so I got this idea from a TikTok user, Tattoos and Spooks. She was talking about this article that she stumbled upon, and this is something that I've thought about a lot watching ghost shows, but I just never really knew how to phrase it or what I was really trying to understand in my own head, if that made any sense. So anyway, she found this article, and it's by Karen J. Renner from Northern Arizona University, and there's a little paragraph in this article specifically that stuck out to me, and when I read it, it just really resonated with what I have always felt when watching these shows. Disclaimer, I love ghost adventures. It's extremely entertaining, just like the Dead Files. Not bashing anybody, it's entertainment TV. It's meant to be entertaining. This is just my opinion on it. Okay, so anyway, the article says, men not only dominate ghost hunting reality television, but have transformed it into a hyper-masculine arena through a variety of behaviors, proclaiming and proving physical toughness, treating fear as girlish, and they physically sacrifice themselves, soldier-like, for the greater good, declaring a desire to seek out truth and justice regardless of danger. Substantiating emotion and intuition with evidence. we're gonna roll back around to that. Heftily pronouncing their heterosexuality, expressing a need for extreme experiences away from the staid norms of everyday life. So basically what this article is saying, first of all, men do dominate the ghost hunting arena, such as this article discusses. When you watch most ghost shows, it's always a team of men, and I'm not really sure why that is. I mean, every once in a while there's a couple women here and there throughout, like for example Katrina, I can't remember her last name. She does that show with Nick Groff now. What is that called? Paranormal Lockdown. But it's really rare that we see women in these television shows doing actual ghost hunting investigations. Not like Amy Allen. That's a totally different scenario. That's not what I'm talking about. But it's true. I mean, when you watch Ghost Adventures, when they go to an investigation or a location to do an investigation, they never go in there with the intent of communicating with these spirits. And what I mean by that, for example, if they go to a location and it's said to be demonic activity, or it's an aggressive, intelligent spirit, he's always sacrificing either himself or Aaron or whoever is there to go alone and do it. But they're not going in there with respect or kindness or gentleness. They are always demanding that whatever spirit or entity or energy show them proof. And when it doesn't go the way that they want, they get very aggro about it. There's a couple, I mean, pretty much in every episode this happens, where Zak is, screaming at this ghost or apparition or whatever, thin air, that they need to show themselves and that they're cowards or whatever the case may be, instead of just, going in there and introducing yourself like, my name is Zak Bagans. I am here because I am curious, blah, blah, blah. If you would like to step forward and communicate with us, we would greatly appreciate it. But no worries, bro. This is your home. And that's, I think, the difference between, I need to carefully word this because not everybody is like this, but I think that's the difference between like entertainment TV and personal like investigators, like people on YouTube, kind of like FrankoTV stands out. He's one of my favorites. When you're going on a location and you believe that there is a spirit or a haunting or whatever it is, you're going into their domain. This is where they live. That sounds very redundant, but this is where their spiritual body is attached to, and we don't belong there. That is not it's not our property to proclaim as ours. So I feel like when you go on a location somewhere, especially if it's very, very old, you need to go in with respect and gentleness and kindness. Like if someone comes into your home and they're just immediately calling you a coward and screaming at you to do whatever it is that they want you to do, you're gonna be like, no, screw you. So I think this article made a lot of really good points, and it's very frustrating because they take it to such extremes, especially when they're screaming and they're yelling and they're feeding off each other's energies. I feel like they start to create this environment in their heads, literally in their heads. It's substantiating emotion and intuition with evidence. So when you have a group of people who are so jacked up and their adrenaline is so high and they're bouncing back and forth off of each other's energy. For example, the episode where they go to Goatman's Bridge and everybody is just so amped up that night, and they're saying that there's goosebumps and they feel this crazy energy, and it must be evidence, it must be proof that there's something there. When in all reality, you're feeding into your own delusion. And to me, it's laughable. Like, nothing's actually happening. You're just you're in this group mentality, and you're already going into a location with the idea that something is there and something's happening. And the brain is such a powerful thing. If you believe something so intently and so strongly, you're going to create something. And it's not that there's something actually happening. It's just you believe it so much that you're going to take anything you feel, hear, or see as evidence, when in reality it's not. Especially when you're outside doing an investigation, there are so many different things that could be causing these feelings. I mean, like the goosebumps, for example. To me, you can't use that as evidence, especially on a TV show, because you're outside in the woods. It could literally be anything. So it's very frustrating. And this is why I like YouTube investigators, because they pretty much rule out everything unless like you literally just cannot rule it out. Because from a YouTuber standpoint, they understand we are not there with them and we can't back up their claims. Whereas ghost shows expect us to believe every single thing that's happening. And they do it very aggressively, and they do it in such a way that almost feels very tactical, kind of like what this article was saying, very soldier-like. And you want to cling on to every word they're saying, and you want to believe everything that they're telling you as fact and as evidence. But here's the thing, like, they come out with a new episode every single week, and I just feel like it's so rare to have an actual legitimate haunting location. Like, there's just no way every single location they go to every single week they're getting that kind of evidence. It's just not likely. It's just not going to happen. My entire point, basically, like everything that you watch on TV, you have to take it with a grain of salt, and you have to ask yourself, is this something that I would do myself? And if not, why? But I think it's just a very good thing to note and to keep in mind. There is a very strong toxic way that certain things or certain people go about things in the paranormal field. And I think if you want to get genuine responses and genuine evidence, it needs to come from a genuine place. And I just feel like that's not what you're getting when you watch Ghost Adventures or, you know, other shows like that. When you compare Ghost Adventures to like Paranormal Lockdown, the energy is just so totally different. Nick and Katrina, they go at it with a want to help whoever is there or stuck there, or the spirits or whatever it is. They go in there with the mindset of wanting to help. They're not toxic about it. They're not screaming at them. They're not calling them cowards. They're not, you know, sacrificing whatever in a soldier-like way. They genuinely want to help, and they genuinely want to help the people who own these buildings, the people who are still alive, obviously. Whereas Zak and his team, and again, I love Ghost Adventures. I think the whole team is fantastic. They're all very, very entertaining. They are all very entertaining. Phone died. But anyway, just to basically wrap everything up. I don't want to keep babbling on forever, because I have a tendency to do that, because I am a train wreck. It's made for entertainment TV. You have to take all of these things with a grain of salt. Everything that they're telling you, everything that they're showing you, you can't take it as factual evidence. You're not there to experience what they're experiencing or feel what they're feeling. And when someone comes across in such an aggressive manner like that, you kind of have to wonder why they're trying to overcompensate and entertain you so much. You know what I mean? But that's basically my whole point. I think the article had a lot of very solid points. Again, it was written by Karen J. Renner from the University of Arizona. Why can I not talk right now? So it's a lengthy read. It's more of like a actual book rather than it is an article, but it's very, very much worth it. You can find it online. I will also leave a link in the description box where I was able to read it. But that's pretty much it. Just be mindful of what we're watching. Like I always say, just everything out there on the telly box is just made for entertainment, so don't take everything as factual evidence unless you are there to back it up. Anywho, thank you guys for coming back to my channel. Thank you for watching. It would be amazing if you hit that like button and you subscribe, but you totally don't have to. I completely understand. And as always, I do welcome feedback in the comments. I welcome you to challenge what I'm saying and give me your opinions. I will not take it harshly whatsoever, and I love talking with you guys. But that's pretty much it. Thank you guys very much. Have a lovely day or a lovely evening. I don't know what time it is where you are or what time you're watching this, but just have a lovely one. Okay. All right. See you guys later.